is gonna cost me subscribers, and I'm going to say it anyway. Some of you are so difficult to work with that everyone around you has known it for years, and not one person in your life has cared enough to tell you to your face. I care enough to let you know it is you. Now, before you click away, I have made video after video telling you that the companies are pushing good people out, that the nice boss is a warning, that they build a file before they even say a word. I meant every bit of it, and I'll say it all again tomorrow. And it's not the only thing that is true, because I've sat in those rooms for a long time. I've watched genuinely talented employees get walked out, and I watched a full room of people be quietly relieved. Every one of these employees went home believing it's politics. They got rid of me because fill in the blank. Sometimes it is politics, so I'm not going to say it's not. Sometimes it's you, and nobody ever told you, and that's the actual tragedy here. Not that you're difficult, that you were left alone with it for 15 years. Here's what I want you to understand about how this works. Because nobody can. That's the whole nature of it. People stop giving you feedback, and you thought that meant you were doing well. That's a tell. That's the one. Feedback is a thing people invest in someone they believe can change. It costs them something to give it. It's those uncomfortable conversations. It can risk relationship. And people only want to spend that on someone they think it's worth to spend it on. So when it stops, you assumed you arrived. You haven't. They've given up on you. They ran the math on what it costs to tell you something you don't want to hear. And they decided it's cheaper to work around you. And once a person decides that they'll never give you feedback, they just are pleasant, very pleasant. Pleasant is what people become when they stop trying with you. Let me give you the rest of them quickly. If you notice that people will apologize before they talk to you, don't take this the wrong way. I hope this is okay to ask. Listen for it. If people brace before they speak to you, they have learned something about you and they're treading lightly. Things get decided without you, and the reason given is kindness. And sometimes if they include you, it costs more energy than the input is worth. Both look identical from your chair. Only one of them is about them. New people already know about you. Somebody warned them before they met you. You can feel it the first week in how carefully they handle you. You have been right a lot, and it hasn't helped you. Hold on to that one. We're coming back to it because it's the center of everything. Proverbs 27, verse 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kiss of an enemy are deceitful. Faithful are the wounds, not gentle, not comfortable. Faithful, as in a true thing from someone who is actually for you. And then the other half, which is the half that should scare us. The kiss of an enemy is deceitful. Deceitful. Bold and underline that. I want to say something to my church people watching, and I say it as one of you. We've built a culture where the only acceptable interpretation of conflict is spiritual warfare. Somebody has a problem with you and we say they're jealous. We say the enemy is attacking your peace. We say hurt people hurt people. We pray for them. We never once ask God whether God is trying to say something to us, or is this person really a villain? That is not discernment. That's an armor. And every person who told you that everyone else was the problem was kissing your patookas. And they weren't being truthful. Now, here's what no one's going to tell you, and it's part of what actually matters. You weren't born difficult. None of us were. I want to walk you through how it happened because I've watched it happen with good people 100 times, and I felt it happening to myself. You walk into a room where you're the only one that looks like you, and I've learned that if you say something once quietly, it went nowhere. And when a man says the same sentence 20 minutes later, everyone writes it down. So you get louder. You had to. Then you get interrupted. So you learn to hold the floor and not give it back, because giving it back meant you were losing it. Then you got passed over by someone else who's worse at the job. So you started keeping receipts. And now you started making sure that everyone knew you were right, because nobody was going to notice on your behalf. And then you were right over and over again about the vendor, about the new hire, about the timeline. You watch them ignore you, and then you watch it break exactly the way you said it, and then you're feeling some kind of way. I said it. I told ya. You might not verbally say it, and I'm hoping you aren't, but you're thinking it. That's what you get for not listening to me. Because here's the actual cruel part. The thing that got you into the room is the thing that's now getting you removed from it. So you built it in a way that you think being right, and you survived in that room. See, I showed them I was right. And you think it protects you. It doesn't. But here's the thing. Listen to me. Hear me. You're not difficult. You've been wearing it for so long that you can't feel the weight anymore. But everyone around you, next to you, can. So when I say some of you are the problem, hear what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm not saying you've been at war for 20 years and no one told you that the war ended in this room and you're still swinging. 3 things I'm going to share with you. All of them are hard and none of them take long. Do this. Ask one person and ask this correctly. Not, do you have any feedback for me? That question gets nothing because it's too big, too safe, and everyone says no. Ask this instead. One person you trust. Ideally, someone that doesn't report to you. What's one thing I do that makes my work harder to receive? Then here's the hard part. And this is the entire exercise. When they answer you, you say thank you. Nothing else. No content. No, well, the reason I did this was no explaining the history. Every word you add after the thank you teaches that person never to give you the truth again. And it will be the last honest thing anybody says to you for years. Sit in it. Write it down that night. Do not respond to it for a week. Number 2, the 24-hour rule on being right. When you know you're right and it's burning in you, wait 1 day before you make sure that everyone knows you're right. Most of the time, the day passes and the need goes with it. And you find out the need was never about the vendor. It was about you being seen, which is legitimate. It's just that a status meeting cannot give it to you. And you've been going to that well over 20 years and you keep coming back thirsty. Number 3, prepare exactly one thing, specifically, not a general apology. Nobody believes a general apology. One person, one moment. In the March meeting, I ran over you and I didn't circle back. That was mine. I am genuinely sorry. Name it, own it, and stop. Do not explain, just apologize. Straight, honest apology. People know when you're being truthful or not. No story to explain how you were having a bad day and that's the excuse. I'll tell you, the person might look at you shocked, but all of a sudden you'll gain their respect. I'll tell you what happens because it startled me. Yes, it startled me the first time I had to do that. Yes, I'm not perfect either. Wow. I remember the first time I had to humble myself, I overstepped. And I genuinely had to apologize. And I can laugh about it now. That person looked shocked and was like, oh, and then they felt, and they kind of started feeling bad for me. Don't feel bad. I was wrong and I acknowledged it. And you know what? It felt so good. It felt good. I wasn't carrying that heavy weight. Because when you know you do something wrong, and especially as a child of God, it just weighs on you. Now, the honest part, because I promised you to be honest, and this is the part that costs me. You may do all this and still get pushed out. You can soften and repair and ask the questions and take the answer without flinching. And they can still walk you out the door on Tuesday. Because some places are exactly as broken as you thought. Your work will never save you from them. So do not do this for them. Do it because you are going to carry yourself into your next place and the place after that and the one after that. The companies change. The bosses change. The only thing that doesn't change is the story that comes with you. And if it's not you, you'll ask the question and the person will look genuinely puzzled at you and say, honestly, when there's nothing that you've done and you can feel that they're being honest with certainty, it isn't you. And that certainty, it's worth the 10 seconds of fear to ask for that feedback. Either way, you win. That's why this is safe to do, even though it doesn't feel safe. It does feel uncomfortable. It does feel like you're being a bit too vulnerable. I want to leave you with this prayer, and then I'll go. Psalms 139, 2 verses. Search me, O God. Know my heart. Try me. Know my thoughts. And see if there's any wicked way in me. And lead me the way of everlasting. David wrote that. A man that actually had enemies, real ones, hurting him, not imagining them in the conference room. He still asked God to check him first. That's what we need to do. You have spent years asking God to change them, to handle them, God to vindicate you and expose them and their plans, but you never asked God one time to search you. So here's what you have to do. Make sure, stop this video, say that prayer, and now I'm going to ask you, what are you going to decide? Is it really them? Or is it really you? I want to hear from you. Don't scroll by. I want to hear an honest version. Has anybody ever told you the hard truth about yourself? And were they right? Tell me in the comments. Remember, our goal is to make heaven crowded and to be good stewards. We are blessed by the best. I'll see you on my next one. Share this with someone that you know can use it.